You ready?
I'm ready.
Last line of defense.
Yep. Run.
This is Mike. I'm Stephanie. Our boys Brennan and Finn with Jarvis and the Rainmaker. We're the Boyles. Join us as we hop from place to place, pin our map, and go on adventures. Some local, some not so local. Hop, pin, and go. I've also never seen a more active KOA on a random Monday.
I would argue that yesterday this was the most active KOA in the world.
This is the most active KOA we have ever seen, ever.
I've never seen more people camping at one time.
I've never seen that many people
in a
except
state.
Disney World. Yesterday was Disney World here. Where are we?
We're in Harper's Ferry.
We are.
We are totally in Harper's Ferry. But we're not talking about Harper's Ferry.
We're not. Not today. No.
Today we're going to talk about Connecticut and Rhode Island.
Yes.
Which is where you were spawned.
In Narragansett, Rhode Island, born and raised on a basketball court and a beach is where I spent most of my days.
Really? I feel like that's a little bit of rhyming and a little bit of south. So
I don't even know what I'm doing.
I don't know
right
what
now.
you're doing either.
No.
So anyway, so yeah, we visited Rhode Island and Connecticut. We stayed in Connecticut.
We did.
We visited your parents.
Yes, they have an RV in sort of near Mystic.
Yeah.
Where is it? Jewett City?
It's Jewett City, and they have an RV that they live in during the summer months. They are snowbirds.
Yes.
So
is it snowbirds?
Well, I would imagine that they are snowbirds when the snow is coming, except this year because of COVID.
Yeah, I don't even know.
But they are nomads during the times that they don't want to be in Florida. They have a really nice house in Florida.
Yes.
But it's not so nice during the summertime in Florida.
No, well, nothing is nice in Florida in the summer. When you like cold weather like we do.
Yeah.
I'm sure that Florida in the summer is wonderful for many people. We, however, are not those people.
No, not at all. So we visited them there, and we got to stay in the campground that they live in.
Yes.
And it was amazing. They've done a lot of improvements to their site, and it gave us a lot of that extra fire we want for the full-time lifestyle, because we really got to see how they've sunk into living in an RV in a campground. If I was full-timing, that would be the place I'd want to be for a while. They're planning to hang out there for the winter, which is going to be an adventure for them, obviously.
There's a lake.
Yeah.
Took the kids fishing.
Yeah, so their little lake there, we've caught tons of fish, and it's a great spot. You would think that this was a KOA, except that you get more than 7 feet worth of space like we are here in Harper's Ferry. But they have excellent fishing, they have excellent scenery, and there's a lot of seasonal sites there. But there's plenty of space for us to just kind of hang out and visit family and whatnot.
One stipulation was bring the bocce set so that they could play bocce with the kids. And so we have probably the most epic, would you say official tournament style drone footage of bocce?
I would say there is no better dynamic footage of a bocce game in a yard than you'll ever find on this channel. So I would highly engage you to stay tuned here for this video, because you're going to see some dynamic footage of bocce like never seen before.
To music.
Yeah, wow, yeah. Certainly don't want to hear the curse words that come out of an Italian Sicilian mouth.
Yes. Starter specials, both white. We went to
Monahans,
right? It's where the dock where I spent every single summer of my life from like 3 until I was 22 or something. And we had clam cakes and chowder, just because that's what you do when you go to Rhode Island.
Yeah.
And
the beers. You had the local beers too.
Right. And we had fish tacos, which were incredible. And we got to see the ocean, and then we left. We went to a couple of fish markets after that, and we picked up some salmon at one place, some ahi tuna at another, which was really exciting because my parents had a salmon recipe they wanted to share with us, and we had an ahi tuna recipe that we haven't made for many years.
Aside from cooking all of those awesome foods and all the delicious dishes with family, we went to Rhode Island and we took our 8 and 11-year-old with your brother, Jay.
Yes.
And
his wife Stacy. My nephew Austin.
Yeah.
And they took us to their elite gun club shooting.
Elite Shooting Sports.
Is that what it was called?
Yeah, they took us to Elite Shooting Sports, and of all places, Rhode Island allows you to take a shotgun and hand it to an 8-year-old.
Yes.
And then give the 11-year-old the keys to the golf cart and say, hey, go shoot. Excellent.
And that was so much fun. And now let's just hold up.
Yeah, before everybody
Pump the
freaks
brakes.
out and calls CPS.
Yes. First of all, in case you don't know, we are an active military family. We are all about safety, training, the right things to do.
Yeah.
Trigger finger, all the things.
The kids need to know about that kind of stuff because even if you don't own weapons, you never know when they're going to be on a sleepover at a friend's house or something like that comes up. They might be the ones who save the day and say, hey, don't do that. I've learned, that kind of thing.
So in addition to that, Brennan, our 11-year-old, almost 12-year-old, has his shotgun merit badge in Boy Scouts. And he takes that very seriously.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, no more thing has ever been taken more seriously.
That is the one that is sewn onto his merit badge sash with such precision because he is prideful of that merit badge. And those skills paid off.
I would say. Brennan won. Well, maybe he got second place, but I think consistently over however many rounds
I'd say he won the day.
I think he won the day.
But he didn't win the ending. And it was just, I think the pressure of all the stuff at the end. Yeah, Uncle Jay took the last one. But I think if you look at the overall statistics for the day, Brennan took it, man. I'm going to tell you what.
He did surprisingly well. Like, casually surprisingly well, where
He was playing it cool.
Yeah, he was.
He was.
He was like, oh, I just shot this thing out of the sky just now.
Yeah, I mean, I think he looked around for those girls there was like a college group that was around us, and he was like looking at those girls. He was like, boom.
Who needs guns?
That was me.
Who needs these guns when you have these guns? You ready?
I'm ready.
Last line of defense.
Yep. Run.
Watch your back.
Pull.
Woo!
Let's go, Pete.
blood. He's gonna keep us alive.
Pull.
When you're ready to shoot, that's when you touch it. Okay? This is the safety. When it's back towards you, it's on safe. When it's forward, it's got a red dot, it's ready to fire. Okay? So right now it's on safe. Hold it up here, right down through here. You see the ball on the end? Look down the gun. You see the ball? See that little chrome ball? You're gonna put that chrome ball on the orange dot. Get your finger off the trigger, keep it right there until you're ready to shoot, okay? The gun is gonna be off safe. I'm gonna help you hold it, okay? You ready? Hang on. And pull. Feel it? Did that hurt that bad? It just startled you, right? You okay?
Yeah.
Okay. This way, okay? Get it tight to your shoulder. You definitely want to have it tight to your shoulder. Okay? Safety is off. So you're ready to shoot when you're ready, but he's going to pull the target out for you.
Boom.
Yeah, it does. You want to try again?
Oh, wait, give me a minute.
Okay. Finger does not touch the trigger until you're ready to shoot, right?
Right here.
Step up. All right. Play is going to come from right here. It's going to go straight out there. Nice! Sweet job! Put on safe. Get it off. Nicely done. That we've given him, and you know,
Finn.
goodness gracious, he took 2 pulls of the trigger, and the second one was a dead-on bullseye.
He
So
did
it
an
was
amazing
excellent.
job.
Yep, I was really proud of that boy. I mean,
He
it
was proud of him.
12 gauge. The gun weighs more than he does, so you know, obviously we got to be there for him and that kind of thing. And just seeing his confidence that he got in experiencing that, and it didn't become a traumatic experience. It was more of a, you know, accomplishment. And,
Yes.
you know, and he had the respect for the firearm, but yet the competitive nature that Finn is. You
Yes.
know, it was awesome.
It was great. That was the coolest thing I think we've done in a long time. I also would like to add that my sister-in-law Stacy has kicked cancer's ass.
Oh my
So,
gosh! Stand up to cancer.
Way
She
to
did.
go, Stacy.
Yeah, good for you, Stacy.
And my nephew Austin just graduated from college. So Austin, we are so proud of you.
Extremely. Yep. Yep. So much so that our son is inspired to learn coding.
Right?
Because you are a robotics coder, and he is inspired by you.
Well, he's going to be you someday. So
Hopefully.
So be great, could you? We wanted to show you how we cook this ahi tuna recipe, whether we are in our timeshare or we are in a home or we are in
Yeah.
a trailer. And so this is the full start to finish from the fish shop to the plate.
So what are you making?
Tuna with mango chutney today. Or at least we're going to try. We have tuna,
Ahi tuna.
and that's going to be the main gig, but this is for the chutney. We have orange juice, some minced garlic, onion, ginger, mint, jalapeno, mango, brown sugar, salt, and pepper.
Very nice.
All right, first we did the onions and the ginger, and now we're putting in the garlic. And now in go the mangoes. We purchased a huge hunk of ahi tuna, and we decided that we prefer thicker steaks to thinner. So with this huge hunk, we'll be cutting this into about thirds, and then we'll be searing it on super high heat when the chutney is ready. We put in our orange juice, our brown sugar, our jalapenos, and now we're adding a little bit of salt and pepper. This will cook for about 10 minutes, And then the chutney will be ready and we'll sear our tuna. We're gonna remove the chutney from the heat and just pour it into this little bowl guy. Now that we've removed the chutney from the heat, we can add our mince and just sprinkle that on top so it's pretty. We were drooling and ravenous.
Yeah.
And I don't think we actually got a
That seems to be our MO, right? We make something and it's so delicious and you're like, wow, that looks really good. Let's take a bite of that and not a picture. We should have taken a picture.
We have to get better at taking pictures.
Yeah, we got to get better at that. So we'll work on that.
We'll work on that.
We'll take that as our own feedback, and if you have any ideas about how to plate something and how to give us tips on good pictures for food, definitely drop them in the comments.
Right, and I also have a tip for us as well. When you are cutting beautiful sushi grade ahi tuna, have a good knife.
The sharpest knife you can find, because if you don't, you're pretty much mashing it.
We just massacred this beautiful fish, and I apologize.
The first couple we did, yeah, but then we sharpened the knife, and the last couple were excellent. So hopefully we got one shot where we cut something great.
I don't think that I did.
I thought you did fabulous.
Well, thanks. So I apologize.
It didn't affect the flavor.
It was still delicious, although not beautiful.
We go to Mystic, and Mystic Pizza, Julia Roberts, the movie, and all that stuff.
Well, if you're in Mystic, I think you have to go to Mystic Pizza.
I think if you don't go to Mystic Pizza, you can't say you've been to Mystic.
Right. Now, we've been to Mystic, and I grew up, like I said, in Rhode Island, so I've been to the aquarium, and I've been in the little outdoor shops there, and I think every single summer my grandparents took me to Mystic Aquarium. So we had always done Mystic in a sense. We went to the submarine, we have toured all of the things. But this was the first time I had ever been to Mystic Pizza. And my parents had been, they said it was delicious. And they were not wrong. That was so tasty.
Yeah, and even during this craziness of the world, they've done a great job of figuring that out. The line was around the corner. We were first scared.
Yes.
But we didn't realize that a lot of those people were just picking up pizza and going.
They were, right. And we were socially distanced. They did catty corner every other seat. It was, delicious.
You couldn't have felt safer in a place that was that high.
Right.
The family.
Together now and then.
Cheers.
Cheers. Which one did you get, Finn?
I got the house special with no green peppers.
I had a build your own with broccoli, artichoke, olives, mushrooms, and ricotta.
And it's gorgeous.
Half seafood.
Half seafood?
Yep, that's us.
Thank you very much.
Half seafood, half Mediterranean. All right, Brennan, you have the calzone.
Calzone.
Okay, let's dig in.
Definitely, good job, Mystic Pizza.
Right around the corner was a little chocolate shop where they made their own bars of chocolate. And so we picked up some chocolate for our neighbors who are amazing and get our mail every single time we leave our house. And
we canceled all of our Amazon, and so we go on this trip and think we can get back before everything is going to be on the porch, and suddenly our neighbor calls us and it's like, hey, you got stuff on your porch.
you have so much stuff on your
Subscribe and save, shipped early. So it was awesome. So thanks, Philip. Thanks, Monica.
Yes, thank you so much. Every time we leave, we promise we'll bring you back some goodies from wherever we are.
Yep. Yeah. Dude, let's totally tell everybody about this.
Yes.
So Thermacell makes all kinds of, mosquito repellents and all these little devices that help you personally or within a large area. They have the radius, they have the little tiny one, but then this one's called a patio. And when we were in Connecticut with your folks, there were mosquitoes there. I mean, it's like the state bird, dude.
Yes.
They will carry you away. And they preloaded us. They told us, when you come up here, bring deep 40 in gallon-sized jugs.
Yes, and I am the most delicious thing to a mosquito that has
yes,
ever
you are.
lived.
That's right. So they know what they're talking about. Those mosquitoes have good taste. So I thought, you know what? I've had this thing. I bought this at Walmart one time in the clearance aisle.
Right.
And I'd never gotten it out because we've always just coated ourselves in DEET and done all the chemical stuff. But this thing here takes these little cartridges of lighter fluid type stuff in the bottom and then a little pad in the top, and then you ignite it and it goes. We put this out the first night we were with Denise and Don, and she was like, this is never going to work. And they now own probably 3 of these, I'm guessing. They probably have
a perimeter
They
set
figured
up.
out how to plumb the juice to it, and they just have an auto feeder for the thing because the mosquitoes were appalling.
It's sorcery.
And this is magic. There's a little elf in here, and it is casting spells against all of the things out there.
It is.
So
it's incredible.
We are not sponsored by Thermacell whatsoever. We paid full price for clearance price at Walmart.
Right, clearance price.
I keep paying full price for the refills. But if you don't have one of these and you have a mosquito problem, worth a try, right? At least worth a try. Not going to say it's going to fix your mosquitoes, but definitely give this a shot. After we finished up in Mystic and Jewett City there at the campground where Denise and Don are at, we headed back home. We realized there's one map sticker missing.
Yes, Delaware.
We were missing Delaware. So we went to Lum's Pond State Park.
Ooh, that was so cool. And
Yes.
I don't think we have any video or pictures of it.
No.
But it was so neat.
It was a neat place. Very large sites. It's a state park.
Huge.
Full hookups, it's not your typical state park. You get a lot of space. There's a lot of spaces, and the pond there is excellent fishing. The boys caught lots of fish.
They did.
Saw lots of turtles, lots of wildlife. It was just an overnight enough to get the sticker for us. And,
So
and
we're
we moved
missing
on.
one now. We have New Hampshire that
New
we need
Hampshire.
to get.
So we're going back. And so,
we have to. I mean, we can't leave one.
yeah. So there'll be a future video for New Hampshire.
New Hampshire, and we have North Carolina and South Carolina we need to nail, and then we've finished the entire East Coast, and we can start working a little more centrally, and hopefully end up in Elkhart, Indiana, where we can get the next trailer.
Yeah.
But that's for another day.